Right now at 6, the search for an experienced Cascades hiker who vanished near Mount Hood.
It's not like her not to show up to work, not call, and nobody's seen or heard anything.
Also ahead, Portland police bust a widespread crime ring they say targeted unlocked cars and credit cards. Plus, bracing for a holiday travel surge not seen since before the pandemic.
To make sure everyone gets to their gate in time is to arrive 2 hours early.
And the long shot bid to make Mount Bachelor more local.
We have some muscle behind this, and we have people who are passionate, and they do share the vision.
Thanks for joining us. I'm David Mulco. We begin tonight in the Mount Hood wilderness, where search and rescue crews spent a third day looking for a missing hiker. On Friday, authorities say she did not show up for work, and they found her vehicle near the Green Canyon Way trailhead that is south of Welch's. Devin Haskins has the latest from the Search Command Post.
Well, just down the road here a couple of miles is where her white Ford pickup truck was found at a trailhead along East Salmon River Road. Her name is Susan Fournier. She's 61 years old, from the Welch's area. She's believed to be with her 2 Malinois mixed dogs and hiking in the area. 37 search and rescue crews spent the day walking the trails off East Salmon River Road on the ground. And from the air, Clackamas County Sheriff's Office deputies using infrared cameras, hoping to find 61-year-old Susan Fournier.
We believe that she's up here with her dogs. She's got 2 large, like a Malinois mix type dog. They're pretty noticeable if you see them. And so we think she's up here hiking with those dogs. And then based on finding her pickup truck near a trailhead, that's another clue as to why we think she's up here.
Her friend James Evans says he's been looking for her too.
We just want her to come back, and we want to find her in any situation.
On Friday, Clackamas County deputies say Fournier was reported missing after she didn't show up to work. The last time she was heard from was Friday morning.
So we're just all concerned. It's not like her not to show up to work, not call, and nobody's seen or heard anything.
Her friend Carrie Gesh is worried sick about her and says she found her white Ford pickup alongside the road near a trailhead.
I saw the truck parked on the side of the road, and it just hit me as odd because that's not really a place someone who's hiking that trail there would park.
Both deputies and friends say Fournier is a hiker and knows the area well. It's unclear, though, if she was prepared to stay the night or went out prepared.
Conditions here in Welch's, like during the day, it's 40 degrees, but there's been some light precipitation. You know, the further you go, especially up in elevation, the colder it gets.
Now that it's dark out, search crews wrapping up for the night. We're told they should be back out again tomorrow. In Welch's, I'm Devin Haskins, KGW News.
In your headlines, we are just minutes away from a school board meeting in St. Helens where district leaders are expected to appoint an acting superintendent. This comes after a current and former high school teacher were each arrested and charged with child sex abuse. That case sparked investigations by the state into 6 other staff members and administrators. The district superintendent and high school principal have been placed on administrative leave. The meeting is set to get underway at 6:30. We'll have updates on what they decide on KGW.com and tonight on KGW News at 11. In Albany, striking teachers will lose their health insurance this coming Sunday, December 1st, if they do not return to work. But the union says it will cover the cost of COBRA policies for its members to maintain insurance if that happens. They say classroom sizes and adequate staffing are the remaining issues preventing them from reaching an agreement. With the strike about to stretch into its 3rd week, the first of 2 community forums scheduled for tonight is now underway at Lynn Benton Community College. Portland police say they have broken up a major car prowling ring. Investigators arrested 7 people on Friday, including 3 minors, and recovered 4 stolen guns, they say, a stolen car, and multiple IDs and credit cards. Authorities believe the group targeted the suburbs, specifically looking for unlocked vehicles. Police say their MO was to steal the credit cards, go to nearby grocery stores, then buy gift cards before they could be canceled. They're asking anyone else who may have been a victim to give them a call. And a Washington woman who fired a gun inside the PDX terminal a year ago has now been convicted on charges that include criminal mischief and reckless endangerment. Laura Patterson drove from Kennewick to Portland last November after sitting in the pre-security area for several hours. Then she fired 2 rounds into the ceiling with a handgun and then gave herself up. No one was injured. Patterson told detectives she wanted someone to stop her from killing family members in Texas. She did not have a plane ticket that was found with 100 rounds of ammunition, survival gear, and multiple expired driver's licenses and plates. She is scheduled to be sentenced next month. Matt?
All right, David, we are going into a stretch of weather that is going to be really easy to take. Now, we still have some showers around over the Coast Range, and up over the Cascades, but really there's been very little rain, if any, in the valleys all day long today, and I expect more of the same tomorrow. I still have a few sprinkles in the forecast, scattered showers tomorrow. But that's it for the week as far as rainfall goes. So morning valley fog will end up being the biggest weather issue, if you can call it that, for holiday travelers. We'll need to watch that. Chilly mornings, afternoon sun, and the mountain passes will generally be clear. So we're in good shape here in the Northwest for the holiday travel season. And around the country right now, pretty good too. There's some rain in the upper Midwest. We'll keep an eye on the airports for you all week long. There are delays at San Francisco right now because of wind and weather there, but otherwise much of the nation is doing quite well. That may change, however, later in the week. Back to you.
Hey, thanks so much, Matt. Let's bring in Joe Ranieri now live at PDX. Joe, that dry forecast, at least here locally, is great news for travelers as this Thanksgiving rush gets underway. How's it looking so far?
You know, a good way to describe the crowds here at PDX on this Monday night, just a couple of days before the busy time gets going, is very quiet and very calm. But just give it 2 days. This place is going to be looking completely different come Wednesday morning for sure. Now, Wednesday is expected to be the start of the busy travel time over the next week or so here at PDX. AAA is expecting almost 80 million people across the country will travel for the holiday. Now, nearly 72 million of those will be driving nationwide and 5.8 million will be flying. If you're staying closer to home this year and will be driving, gas prices have dropped quite a bit since this time last year. According to Marie Dodds with AAA, drivers will be paying 50 to 60 cents a gallon less compared to where we were last year, excuse me.
This is the biggest travel number we've ever seen for Thanksgiving, up about 2% compared to last year, and it beats pre-pandemic numbers from 2019.
Now back here live at PDX, David, again, we talked about people flying and taking to the roads. Trains at Amtrak are going to be pretty busy as well. Last year there was about 20,000 people that came through the train station in Portland. This year, an Amtrak spokesperson believes it's going to be a lot higher than that over the next couple of days, really starting tomorrow and into the holiday weekend. As for how many people will be coming through here over the next week, yeah, about 350,000 people. So if you're going to be coming through here, you definitely won't be alone. Back to you.
Never hurts to pack a few extra minutes as well with your patience. Thanks so much, Joe. Hey, developing this evening, unionized workers at 11 New Season stores in the Portland metro are asking shoppers to boycott the chain and to support a one-day walkout on the day before Thanksgiving. Libby Dowsett's live at the Slabtown store. So, Libby, what is the mood like less than 48 hours out?
Well, here we are. The mood is very busy. People are coming and going. We've been out here for 2 hours now. Every parking spot has been filled that entire time. Now, union members say their noon deadline has passed and now the strike is imminent. And many people are asking, what does that mean for picking up turkeys and meals? We heard from a company spokesperson who said all of these stores with strikes planned on Wednesday will remain open for customers. The 11 stores are in Portland, 1 in Beaverton. Union members we spoke to today say they still haven't heard anything in negotiations that will help workers be able to earn a living wage. A company statement said the average worker at New Seasons earns $20.75 per hour for non-management positions.
To maintain the same benefits that we have now, in addition to higher wages, more PTO, better benefits all around.
Now, the company does support workers' rights to protest, and we want to remind you again, the 10 stores in Portland, the 1 in Beaverton, will remain open throughout the strike, that one-day strike on Wednesday. And as for non-union shops, 8 stores in Oregon, 2 in Vancouver will not be affected by the strike. They will also be open for Thanksgiving and the day before Thanksgiving during the strike. David, back to you.
Yeah, Libby Dowsett outside New Seasons in Northwest Portland. Thanks, Libby.